Hello, 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 everybody. There's no music tonight because Brother Lance, of course, we know it's 4 o'clock in the morning for him right now. So hopefully he's fast asleep, maybe going on to dream number 3 right now, but we're here and we have Sister Denina live and in living color um, with us. Um, and so Um, let's get started. Sister Denina, your audience awaits. Thank you so much for the wonderful show that we did earlier. It was
It was a
5 hours.
long show.
I know it
Yes.
was. It was. Um, but we got through it. We did it. Everybody vibed with you. There's quite a few people here right now. In the chat. So guys, Sister Denina is here.
Well,
If
I'm
you
letting you know I can't see the chat.
No, you can't.
No.
Um, can't you just
Can
go
it
in? Let's go
can
in
I
on your
do it on the
computer.
computer?
Yeah,
Okay.
but just mute your computer. Go in on the computer, but mute it so that you
Okay.
don't hear yourself, and we don't hear an echo.
Well,
Um,
it sounds perfect.
this is perfect. But when you get over to the show on the computer, when you get into the show, make sure that you just mute the sound.
Okay.
All right.
Which I just did.
Okay, so then you'll just vibe with the chat, you
Okay.
know. Right.
Okay.
All right.
So, hello everyone. And so, um that there was a question in the chat that someone wanted answer, and one of the questions was, um why am I with an archon if I have all this power on my own? I have to die out of this reality in order to create my own space within the quantum realm. I cannot be a part of this reality and do it from here. It doesn't work like that. This is a galaxy, and when you are within the galaxy, it's collective consciousness. I can't be within collective consciousness if I want to manifest my own.
Hmm.
This is collective consciousness. I'm going to
Right.
repeat that again. Collective consciousness. That's why you see all the animals, you see all the people. Collective consciousness. So that should answer your question. So moving on. So remember, Empress, that question that me and you had, and
Mm-hmm.
we that exchange that we had about if you want to if you ask for this or not, when I told you that they keep saying that you chose this experience.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you remember how me and you had that talk a couple of times, because you know that bothers me, that topic, right?
I know it does. Yeah, I know.
Yes, it does. And I found the answer today. So I want everyone in this chat, put on your motherfucking headset, put on whatever you got to put on to hear this shit. And you tell me if you asked for this. And I want everyone to give me an answer in the chat, and you tell me if you asked for this. So is everyone
Right.
ready to hear what I have to say?
I think we are.
So I'm free to start.
You are free to start.
Okay. In his series of books, Castaneda detailed the teachings of Don Juan
Okay.
about altered states of consciousness and
Mm-hmm.
man's relationship to the earth and the universe. He
Mm-hmm.
was taught how to prepare magical brews made made from various plant herbs, which will induce shifts in
Mm-hmm.
awareness during his training in altered states of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Castaneda encountered many beings and creatures that offered teachings, insight, and terror. In one of
Mm-hmm.
his final teachings, Don Juan revealed to Castaneda a secret that he referred to as topic of topics,
Mm-hmm.
discovered by the shamans of ancient Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen to this very closely,
Mm-hmm.
everyone. Listen to this very closely. We have a predator that came from the depths of the cosmos and took over the rule of our lives. Don Juan explained human beings are its prisoners. The predator is our lord and master. It has rendered us docile, helpless. If we want to protest, it suppresses our protests. If we want to act independently, it demands that we don't do so. He continues that there is an explanation, Don Juan replied, which is simplest explanation in the world. They took over because we are food for them, and they squeeze us mercilessly because we are their sustenance. Just as we rear up chickens in chicken coops, gallineros, the predators rear us in human coops, humaneros.
Mhm.
Therefore, their food is always available to them. Haven't I been saying this?
Mhm. Mhm.
So this is the part that I want you to hear. Don Juan explained that human beings were encased in a glowing ball of energy. So what he's saying is that your magnetic field is around your avatar. Your
Mhm.
avatar is a walking garbage can. Is basically what it is. Your avatar is a walking trash can. And the real you is the glowing field around you, just like this book is explaining to you, correct?
Mhm.
So that means you are what? You can't be a human if all that is around you, correct?
True.
Right. So you got to be energy, correct?
But we already knew that we were energy. Go ahead.
But you get the point that I'm saying. So
I like
in
that.
encased in a glowing ball of energy that
Mhm.
engulfed the body like a cocoon. He
Mhm.
referred to this energy surrounding humans as the glowing coat of awareness.
Right.
Consciousness is to be aware. That is all you are. Stop with the human shit. You're not a human. Your energy, your consciousness, to be aware. And this, what I'm about to read you, is what is fucking going on. So listen to this if you don't listen to none of the rest of it. According to Don Juan, this energy is what the predators feed off. And by
Mhm.
the time a human reaches adulthood, all that remains of the glowing coat of awareness is a narrow fringe of energy that goes from the ground to the top of the toes. Or to the top, yeah, to the top of the toes. He explained that the narrow fringe is enough to keep mankind living, but just barely.
Mhm.
Was this glowing coat of awareness the same as the electromagnetic organ Whitley Strieber's visitor spoke of? Is it connected to the electromagnetic field produced by the heart as a measure in the heart math studies? If these predators, parasites, are feeding off our energetic field, does this then limit the ability to connect to the greater universe? Matrix through this field? How do we fall victim to such monsters? So, I know you heard that. So
Mhm.
that question that I asked when I said, when they say, oh, well, you asked for this. So I asked to be abused in the reality. I asked to have to fight from keeping from people from raping me. I had to deal with other energies that I don't want to deal with. And then on top of that, at my unbeknownst, I'm being fed off and my whole field, my whole aura field is being ate up till it looks just like a string. I asked for all that. I
Mm-mm.
don't think so. So when I asked you that question, so you would tell me that you asked for the true you to be fed off like that.
Oh no.
Right. So you know that shit is a lie, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's why I got so pissed off about it because I know damn well I did not ask for that. The
Right.
reality experiences is something totally different. But these motherfuckers are actually eating at your field around
Expense.
you, and that's
Mhm.
all that you are.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So to say that you asked for that, that means you asked for them to eat up your field like that.
That's crazy.
Well, that's basically what they would be saying if they say when they say that you asked for this experience. So how come they didn't say you asked to be ate down like that on your electromagnetic field? They
Right.
don't put they
Right.
don't put that in there though. But you
Right.
asked for the parents, you asked for the experience, You asked for the bullshit family. So why you didn't say that we asked for our electromagnetic field to be ate the fuck up like that too? Why you don't put that in there?
That's a very good question.
Hello, because it's all bullshit. Like I
Okay.
said, I don't care what no one says about me. You can say what you want to say. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Because the difference between you and me is I know. I don't think I know. I know what is going on behind this shit. And the only way that you can get out of here, you have to die. You have to conquer the fear of death. Energy does not know nothing about fear. Collective consciousness itself is toxic. These galaxies only exist so that these parasites are attracted to these galaxies like a moth to a flame. The galaxy is nothing but made of a whole bunch of lights vibrating. There, it attracts the cosmic parasite. It attracts it. That's
Right.
why that's why the realities are no good. They're no good. You shouldn't even want to be here because that is what is happening to you behind the scenes, and they're never gonna tell you that. Do you
Right.
hear? Have you heard anyone tell you that? Out of all of this consciousness talk, have you heard anyone tell you that?
No. Well,
No.
no, no. So let me stop because I do know that I do know the book that you're reading from, that the book that that excerpt was taken from, even though you're reading it from the we are I am food for the archons. It's actually from Carlos Castaneda's book. I think
Right. That's what he referenced.
The teachings of Don Juan. If anybody wants to know that, it's the teachings of Don Juan, or the by Carlos Castaneda, or the Journey to Ixtlan, Ixtlan, but also
Right.
by Carlos Castaneda. So if anybody wants to know, um, where you can go on Amazon and get that. And I'm gonna drop the let me just put, because everybody wants to know where you're reading from and stuff like that. So
Okay.
you know what I mean? So they can get out there
So
and
so I think me and you both got our question answered. So we don't need to wonder that question no more.
I might
Cause I
ask
know
I
I
may
know
ask it again. I don't
I know damn well ain't neither one of us asking for our electromagnetic field to be ate up like that.
No, no, definitely not. Definitely
Hell
not,
no.
but
Yeah, most ain't even conscious that that's even happening.
that's true. That's true. Hold on a second. Let me just. Okay, so here's the book that she was actually reading out of. I am food for the archons.
How come I can't see the chat? How come ain't no comments coming in the chat?
No, no, no. See, you have to pretend that you're gonna go watch your show. You understand? So are you logged in? That's number two. Are you logged into to YouTube? Because if
Yeah, I
you
thought
okay.
yeah, I should be because I was already logged in.
Okay, so then just let me drop the link in the chat, and then
Uh,
this way you
yeah, I was logged in already. I don't know why.
okay, hold on a second, hon. Hold on. So you can't hold on a Danina, how many are you still there, Danina?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay,
That was the
okay, okay.
computer.
Okay. All right. So here's the link. I'm putting it in the and you say you can't see the chat, right?
No, I can't see the chat. And I'm on the phone and the
But you're on the computer in the stream, like you would be talking to me. So
right.
no, you need to come out of the take the computer out of the stream, right? And go to YouTube and go to LANCESCURV. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, let me just see something. If you go to your notifications, your notification bell,
I think you're telling me to go to the actual show to look at it as
exactly,
if I'm watching it.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. All right.
But yeah, I'm just like when I read that, I could not read no more after I read it. I was so fucking furious after I read because I'm like, these motherfuckers got the nerve to be see, no one is ever gonna really come out and tell you the truth. They're
Right,
not gonna come out. They have no vested interest in telling you the full truth because
right.
if they told you the full truth, you would not want to be here.
Right. Hi, Glowell. I'm so glad you made it. Yay, I'm clapping. Thank you for coming over, sweetie. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Thanks everybody for actually being here. I really appreciate
Okay,
all
I
of
can
you
see it now.
who have come in, So okay, Denina, now that you're here, you can scroll back and you can look at some of I think a couple of people asked a couple of questions. Okay.
Let me. I cut it off.
Yeah, okay.
I muted it.
Okay. So you can take a look, and folks,
Okay.
if you have questions, you know
When I was
j-
little,
just
when I was
ask.
little, my spirit used to come out of my body all the time. Used to scare the hell out of me. Didn't realize till I was adult, my spirit and soul was trying to escape this way. Hello, who was this? MW up
Hmm.
star, cause your motherfucking consciousness no ain't no good. And I said that the whole your higher self communicates with you all the time. Your higher self already know what's going on because it's the one getting fed off. It knows it's no good. It knows that already.
Right.
And look, Janika McNeil, I always told people this isn't my home. No, hell no. This whole shit is toxic. The whole reality is pure toxic. These motherfuckers feeding off your electromagnetic field like a motherfucker till you don't have nothing but a string left and you come with a whole bubble. The motherfuckers
Mm-hmm.
straight gorging your shit the whole time.
Right.
And people want to sit up here and be talking about religion and who the fuck cares why they doing all this shit? No one gives a fuck about that shit. You should be trying to leave this shit. And if you scared to leave here, then go ahead and you might as well you would be better off just jumping off the bridge and ending it. And that's the truth. You might not want to hear it, but it is what it is. I'm not the one to sugarcoat anything because I see it for what it is. And if I sugarcoated it to you, I would be lying to you. And I'm not about to do that because I don't have no vested interest in lying to you.
Hmm. Right.
If it's something that I don't know, I'll admit that I don't know it. But for the most part, anything that I talk about, I do not talk about what I don't know. And in order for me to have come to this understanding about everything, that means I had to go through a lot of bullshit to get to this point. Because I am at my seventh chakra, meaning I know. I don't believe, I know.
Right.
I
Keep.
tried to take myself out when I was 16. They brought me back. I told you. I told you. I told you. They brought you back here because they want to keep feeding off of you to keep this bullshit. The book just told you it's a feeding source for them. That's all these galaxies are. They're all ran like that. In order for the galaxy to stay in place, it has to be controlled because the consciousness will naturally drift off and free flow. It has to be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way that it is. You cannot believe it, but that is the real truth. And a lot of them, it was one comment someone said when I think someone in the comments said in the show they was like it was, scary that I was telling them that, but that is the real truth. That's why you have to be prepared to go down in that rabbit hole because when you find that shit, you're gonna be mad as hell. You're not gonna like what is really going on.
Right.
It
Right.
ain't, this rabbit hole goes very, very deep, and they doing some foul shit behind everybody's back. And then you should even question it anyway. You don't do nothing but the same shit. You do the same shit over and over again. I mean, how long are you gonna do the same shit? The reality isn't even expansive. It's the same shit over and over again.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So, I mean, to stay here, you are capping yourself, you're capping your consciousness, and it's so many other things that you could be experiencing, but yet you want to stay here. To
True.
what look at trees all day and eat the same damn fruit and taste the same damn food over and over again.
Okay.
And meanwhile be fed on the whole time.
Right.
Because that is what this the whole galaxies, these galaxies only attract cosmic parasites. That's all they do. That's why I said I never liked collective consciousness, because I always knew something about it won't right. So while
Um.
you so while you having
Oh.
this experience with everyone and you
Mhm.
think, oh, I want to have this life with someone, oh, I want to have a boyfriend and experience a girlfriend and all that, the whole time you being fed off and your electromagnetic field being stripped.
Okay, Denina, what I'm gonna do as I see some of the questions being asked, I'm gonna put it
Mm,
up on the screen. So if you can see the
okay.
screen,
I
either
know
you,
I'm not I
right.
know I'm not supposed to work a job, but what is the alternative? Well, I am Koa. See, this is the thing with this reality. They're not going to tell you the truth, because the truth, because most of us have been programmed in here so long in this reality, the real truth of it may seem grim to you because they designed it that way. They designed the whole reality off the fear frequency. Nobody really wants to die. Nobody want to take the ride of death. But ultimately, in order to be free from this, you have to be aware of what is going on, and you have to take that ride of the death. Other than that, you're going to be recycled in this shit over and over again until they can't use you no more. And that's the real truth. You want to know, you know what they say. Things are never what they seem. The
Right.
first song I sent, Britt, so what is it? Big Crit Soulful is helping me step by step to figure out an alternative, because I know the good old times. The term family reunion has a whole new meaning for we. How about the old folks say to when you sleep and fighting to wake up is
You're
riding
so
your back.
riding back.
Something on you.
Let me see.
Well, yeah, I would agree with that. So just die. Well, I have to do that. Eventually, everyone is gonna have to die. You can't leave out of here alive. It doesn't work like that, because you're not the avatar. The real truth of what is the real truth of death according to the ancient Egypts? That there is no death. Death is an illusion. They surrounded it around the fear frequency, so you'll be scared to die, so you'll stay stuck here. Right, I'm not afraid to die at this point. I embrace, right, because it's the release. Who wants their energy being fed off like that? And when they eat that feel, that's gonna hurt you when you try to manifest your own reality, because they didn't took your damn dimension from you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
it's everyone. I think the problem is that we have been so programmed in here to believe into the illusion that
Mhm.
we forget that we are not the illusion. And that's the main problem. we forget that we are not the illusion, that we are the energy that creates the illusion. We are not the illusion, if that makes sense.
Right.
I was ready to go when I got here, but I'm here for some reason. Well, again, you say that you here for some reason. The only reason why you here is to be fed off, and that's the truth. Cause you say you that just goes back to the point that I said with Empress when me and her was talking about that question when they say, "Oh well, you you chose your family, you chose your experiences." Okay, that's one thing. But I did not choose my field to be ate up like that. Any spirit, that's like asking the real you to die.
Mhm.
So you ask to die is basically what you're saying is because you're here for some reason, so you basically ask yourself to die. The real death, not the fake death, the real death. Because once your energy has been depleted, it's over. So a lot of us are delusional. And now, Empress, you see what I be saying about how I say over 90%?
Yeah. Mhm.
Because you can't deny that. Look, what she say, Red Queen Pill? I'm so ready to leave this bullshit. This see, okay. Now
No.
this is what I'm saying. Now, Red Queen Pill or Queen
Queen
Red
Red
Pill,
Pill.
she just said she's ready to leave this shit, right?
Mhm.
Everyone is if you listen to the consciousness, they're all saying the same shit.
Mhm.
They don't want to be here.
Mhm.
That because I don't hear nobody really saying, "Oh, I love it. I want to be here." Because if you being truthful, you know that this shit is based off suffering. Everybody that experienced some type of traumatic suffering in here,
Mhm. Mhm.
and if everyone is experiencing that, and the reality, once you take the veil from the reality and you see that there are cosmic parasites feeding off you because you are a cosmic being. That's what's been hid. Why do you think they hid the truth from you? You didn't learn about the emerald green tablets in school. You learned about being a fucking doctor or going to medical school, something that has nothing to do with what you really are. You think
Right.
that was by mistake? Or do you think it was planned?
Well, I mean, something planned out our lives for us.
Of course, the parasites. Because I can feel my ancestors having a party. I'm still here suffering. Hello? And the theory I have on that, I'm going to be now explain it to the laws of mod. So you are stating these archons can not be
It probably
destroyed.
meant saying,
Okay, saying these icons, yes, they can. I thought that God could not create. I am confused. My sister, who was your master, adept teacher.
he's asking questions. See, this is what happens when there's no punctuation. Everything just
Right, it's weird because I
so
don't really
basically,
understand what you're trying to
what he's
say.
saying is that he thought that a god, I don't know, he thought that a god could not create. I'm not sure what that means. And then he's asking who was your master adept teacher. So who basically was your guru? Who was your
I
teacher?
don't have one. I'm self-taught. I don't subscribe to none of that because they ain't no good either because they stood here and let you suffer. They know that these parasites are feeding off of this. They know that. If they are in a higher dimension, you don't think they know what's going on? They're in a higher dimension than you. While you've been lowered down to a lower vibration than the parasites. You don't think they know what's going on. You don't have no, you don't have, as hard as this may seem. This is why I said now, Empress, now do you see why I keep saying you have to shatter your own reality?
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Because you have a lot of them still thinking about ancestors and these, and that's no different from thinking God gonna save you.
Mhm.
It's no different. You can't depend on no one to save you but you.
Right.
No, the parasites are on the outside of the vessel. The vessel is a hologram. They're on the outside of it. And these galaxies, they attract them because of all the light vibrating. They send out a frequency in the cosmos. That's why the collective consciousness is no good. Collective consciousness is nothing but a trap for you to be fed off. That is all it is.
Okay. So I want to make sure that
How
everybody.
do you keep your knowledge? This is a good
Mhm.
question.
Yeah. No.
How do you keep your knowledge and get past your memory from being white? Uh, well, first of all, you must become aware of what the hell is going on. Second of all, stay away from the light because the light is the light trap and you will be going back in the galaxy. Be aware that the only God is you. You cannot depend on no fucking punk ass ancestors. They are no good. And I don't care what nobody said, they're no good. Because if they was any good, they would have done more than what they did. They should have been told you and been alerted you, being that they already knew this. They should have been alerted you that this shit was going on. And the fact that they told you around this time and let all of the knowledge be revealed at this time, it's a little too late. Your fucking field had already been ate up by now.
All right. So.
Then it says my ancestors don't want to come back to this hellhole. Yeah, but your ancestors knew all about it and yet they still let you suffer in it. Okay, some are talking about the Anunnaki gods returning and we are the descendants of the Anunnaki god. What do you think of that? I refuse to see the Savior is coming here on our behalf. Hello, Kelly Lee. I'm right with you, baby. If it was a motherfucking Savior, you would have been came by now. These motherfucking parasites been feeding on these energies for hundreds of years. Did you actually think and if so-called God and these saviors was coming back, they could have been came long ago. That shit ain't nothing but lies to keep you waiting on hope while your field be fucking ate up. Collective consciousness is only a trap for a race. Collective consciousness is only a trap for your damn energy, and that's it. Yeah, I have seen Jupiter Ascend in the movie, and that girl that was in there with that boy was me. They was talking about is just a white face. And the reason why they was after her is because she was able to create a whole new reality. That's why they keep talking about New Earth because they know I was the new upgrade. It's the same story all over the place. Don't you think if I know all this information, don't you think I would know that they would be talking about me if I know all of this?
Mhm.
I mean, come on there. It don't take a genius. Especially when you know what it is. You think that
Mhm.
well you wrong with that because you are your ancestors. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to that. I'm sorry. I can't with that. That shit
Okay.
is nothing but brainwashing. I'm sorry. You are a sovereign spirit. Point blank and period. All that ancestor shit. No. We are the savior, right? Meaning you save your damn self. Janice, what is it? Jacinta. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You save your damn self. Not you waiting on somebody to save you. When I was a teenager, I was in a so-called support group. They asked all of us, when did we lose our virginity? I waited to everyone or for everyone to answer, and they told the group that they couldn't handle my truth. They insisted.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I'm sure she has more to write. Um,
Which mean look up. But you see, do you see what I'm saying, Empress? If a savior was coming here, and that you have to think these cosmic parasites, this is not their first cycle feeding off everybody. They've been doing this for a while. How you think the system been in place this long?
hmm,
They just bring in new spirits out with the old and keep the cycle going on. It's nothing but a farm. That's it. That's all it is. The whole galaxy is nothing but a farm. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner or better it'll be for you. Look, Queen Red Pill again. I don't want to be here. Of
but you
course
see,
you don't.
but you have to realize also. I mean, I'm not speaking for Queen Red Pill must know exactly why she's saying that, but I've seen her write in other chats that all all her family is gone. People. I guess the people that she holds near and dear to her are no longer here. You
Hmm.
understand? So for her, and correct me if I'm wrong, Queen, I'm not really trying to speak your truth or your life, but I feel like she's saying she don't want to be here because technically in her in as far as her reality is concerned, there's no reason for her to be here anymore. All the people that she holds near and dear are no longer here. Now, I'm not saying that we're supposed to sit here and hold on to this reality because we have family members still here, but that's just being real. We can't pretend that we don't care about the people around us, our children, our loved ones, and we want to we
But
want
in
to
in in the
be
end,
with them.
Empress, in the end, Empress, your energy wasn't created with all of them, and that's the truth.
I
You can't,
understand that. I know that. I came here alone.
and you're gonna
I'm gonna
ultimately
leave
leave
alone.
alone.
Exactly. That is a reality that we all have to face, right?
And once you face that, the sooner the better. You wait
Okay.
too long to face it, the worse it's gonna be, and the more shattered your consciousness is going to be. And I'm telling you the truth. See, they're not gonna tell you that. It seems harsh the way that I'm saying it, but that is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth of it. Because the galaxies are no good. They attract
See,
cosmic
global
parasites.
global makes a good point. This is
Okay,
exactly
put it up, put it on the chat so I can see it.
she says I have to be here. My work isn't done. I'm still grooming my seed, so I will take all the time I can get. And I understand
I
that.
get
I
that. I
get
mean,
that.
you have a child. I get it. You have a
We have
connection to
children.
it. I
Exactly.
get that. Don't think that I don't get that. But at the same time, what you need to also understand, it's okay to get that, but you have to also understand that this is no more than a feeding ground. So no matter whether you have a child or not, that's what's going on behind the scenes that nobody is going to tell you, and you need to be cognizant of that.
Right. I have four too, Glow. I have four. I mean, they're all grown also, but at the same, yeah, I have grandchildren. And
Okay. Re-
see,
the that's her truth matrix. Truth to power, Sister G.
mhm.
Well, at the end of the day, we hold up, Patrick Dix. How do you fight and destroy these archons in this spiritual warfare that we are in? I thought the immortality of the soul connected back to the source creator of the source of the creator of the universe is you. Each one is a sovereign being in their own. But these galaxies, this galaxy, whenever you see a whole bunch of consciousness, a whole bunch of people, animals, and all of that having an experience together, it's a galaxy, and that galaxy is being fed on. The galaxies attract parasites, just like a moth to a flame. Because you are the light, they need your light and your energy to survive, and it attracts them. Didn't you hear what the book said? You're going to deny the book too? It attracts these monsters from the depths of the cosmos. Brother Raw, your own matrix. What does that mean? Denina, what's the alternative to working in this illusion? Well, ultimately, working is draining you of your energy because nobody really wants to work. So the thing is, if you really look at the illusion for what it is, if you don't do anything in the illusion, you're going to experience a death. And that death is going to be very quick because in this matrix you have to attach yourself to something in order to stick to it. If you don't attach yourself to anything, you're going to die. That death that you experience is an illusion also, just like the matrix. But remember what I said. The archons prevent souls from leaving.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to leave because they need to feed off you. So that is telling you that these galaxies is a farming matrix, and that's it. It is didn't the matrix itself tell you that the machines use humanity for batteries? How many times do people gotta say it? It's the same thing over and over. They're telling you. No shade or anything, but this is what is going on. You can't make it another way. It's that. How to plug in and plug out. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's just like I said, because remember when this Archon beast made it, he made it so that you would have to experience decay, rot, and death. So ultimately, it's telling you you have to die. That is the truth. There is no other way out of that. No matter if you die now, if you die later, you're still going to die. The difference is that you can choose to wait later and be fed off, and your damn whole sphere be looking like that screen that the book depicted. Or once you become into the know of it and you become aware of what the hell is out there, you can choose to disconnect and not be afraid of what you really are. Denina, I get everything you're talking about. I'm on the same shit you on. Yeah, I am me and not you. And what a gift it is to be me. Okay, I can get with that. As long as you understand. As long as you understand what is really going on, that this galaxy is not your friend. This shit is just to feed off of you, and that is it. That's all it serves. This is not the place where you go and have a happy fairy tale. Nothing is ever that way. If you would experience a beautiful life and a beautiful fairy tale story without a gruesome part in it, it would be something completely different. But as we all know, everything, even when you are in a relationship, you didn't thought somebody that love you forever and come to find out they sleeping with everybody behind you about or they using you. It's the same thing. It's not built for you to be happy. It survives off low vibrations, depression, anger, and fear. How are we connected to trees? I've had dreams about being created and protected inside of an old ancient oak tree. Yeah, well, you can have all that, but I guarantee you them damn archons feeding off you. You can have all the dreams you want to, because remember, they attack you even in your dreams too. Don't forget that. That's why I said they're attacking you on all levels. You don't even have your dreams in peace. Being cognizant of all these lies called the matrix will stop your consciousness from shattering once you die. Yeah. Of course. Especially when you know every fucking thing around you is a fucking lie. Everything. Ain't no truth in it. None. It's all a lie. There's no truth in it. So she right about that. It's all a lie. And I do mean all a lie. That's dying part materialism. Well, yeah, if you but you still have to die regardless, Diamond. Why live with an archon when you already know how powerful you are? I just answered that. I have to die. That's the only thing that's holding me here. After I die, that's over with. And to answer that, they fixed it. That's how control it is. They fixed it so that he could be around me because he knew what type of energy I was. I've never been in a relationship except for him. So you think that that was just by chance? You think that was a coincidence? No, it's all controlled. It's more controlled than you could ever imagine. You think you actually got freedom in here? You have none. None. It's all controlled. So that is the only thing that is bounding me to this matrix is that only thing I'm waiting to do is die, and after that I'm done. I'm not coming back here. I have no bonds. I don't have no ties. I have nothing to hold me because the more bonds and ties you have, that memory will keep your consciousness stuck here. You'll be rooted to it. You can't your energy has to be light, and that means free of what the reality came with. You can't ascend high and ascend away from the reality if you still have so many things rooting you to it when it's all a lie.
Hmm.
It's all a lie. And nobody is ever going to come out and tell you that because they don't have a vested interest in telling you the truth because they want the reality to keep going so they can feed off you. It's just that simple. Don't think that these entities love you. They know nothing of love. Because if they did, do you think this will be going on without you knowing? No. You would think that with all of this, I'm saying with all of this going on in the background, everybody should be talking about this instead of stupid shit. Because the rest of the shit don't really make no difference, does it? When you know all of this, how do you
Okay.
overcome those bonds, kids, husband, job? That's up to the individual spirit. This is why now, Empress, do you see? This is a good question.
Yes, it is. It
What
is.
Kelly Lee said.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I said that you have to now. Remember, I told you you have to shatter your reality. This is what I'm talking about. They fixed it like that to entrap your shit here. They studied you. They know how you work. They know all about your emotions. They know the frequencies. They know all this. It's all been a trap the whole time. All of it. Why would they want you free if the energy and the galaxy serve as a feeding farm? Why would they let their food leave?
Hmm. Good question.
Right. That's just like if you made groceries and you don't really have no money, but you was able to make some groceries, you gonna fight tooth and nail for nobody to take your shit from you, ain't you? Same thing, because that's exactly how they look at you. That's what I say. When I die, I don't want to come back here.
Mm-hmm.
Look, and here's another one. She's a whole nother spirit saying the same. Everybody is saying it. So you have to ask yourself, why is everybody saying the same shit that they don't want to be here? You think that's a coincidence?
Well, no, it's not a coincidence, but at the same time, the way that the world is going right now, you know, things have changed so drastically and dramatically in the past.
Ain't changed enough.
It's changed. It's, I mean, come on, it's changed a lot, you know, and it's to the point now where, yeah, everybody wants to exit stage left
Once you
and get off this stage of life. and
But
go
they're
on to
not gonna
something
let.
else.
But they ain't gonna let you do that. I'm telling you. These parasites are all around this. They are surrounding this fucking galaxy. That's how many it has attract. True into it's just like a mosquito. You go outside and you go to a certain area and you come out there a certain way and you attract the mosquitoes. It's no difference. True intuitive, instinctive being, spontaneous and natural should be enough power to have to save yourself. I think this is what makes up the subconscious. Agreed. Because to be intuitive means is to be intellectual. To be instinctive means to be able to survive and get through and adapt. And spontaneous means whatever measures need to be motherfucking take, they can be adjusted within a short time span. I would agree, but that also is encompassed around being completely aware of what is going on. Yes. Yes. Beautiful blonde goddess. Yes. That's why they tell you the only way out is in. I know you heard of that saying before, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck you just think they just made that shit up out of the blue? They telling you in your face the only way out is in. There is no other way than what I told you, and I done told you this. You can choose to ignore all you want to, but it ain't gonna change anything. The only way out is in. Beautiful blonde goddess, you get 2 stars for that because the deal of it is that is the fucking truth. The only way out is in. That there is no other way. I've tried so many things. I've tried. Trust me, I have tried. There is no other way to do it but that. And you cannot have no connections. You can't because you have connections is gonna root you to it. And that book, this book, the I am food for icons, it explains
Mm-hmm.
that too. It goes over that too.
Well, MW says that she reiterates that she never wanted to be here from you know young.
Look, here's another spirit saying the same. Why is
Yeah,
all these spirits complaining about that?
I don't know.
They all complaining that they don't want to be here. I told him the same thing. I said, remember the guy I told you I went to the gas station? He said the same shit. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
God to bring me back here. Why is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everybody on this particular frequency? It has to be control if everybody is saying that.
More and more people are recognizing that there's a better
But see,
reality.
but yeah, it's different realities.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about the realities is that all realities are controlled. They cannot stay in place without being controlled because the consciousness naturally drifts off on its own. It has to be controlled to keep it rooted. So they all basically, what I'm basically getting at is that all of those galaxies pretty much work the same way. They ain't gonna never. The ones who really talk about this stuff and really go into the real deal. A lot of them are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm about to be dead too. No, I'm just keeping it real. Because if you notice, the ones who talk about the shit and they really know the deal, that's what end up happening to them, don't it?
True.
Right. So I already know. Because I know this is a trial. Right. That's all it is. It's That's what it's been from the jump. And your consciousness, if you listen to your higher self is that's why so many of them are saying they don't want to be here. That's the higher self saying that. And it's coming through the avatar because the higher self is the one taking the hit.
Mm. 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 Mm.
This is what I'm saying. And you would think that with all this bullshit, motherfuckers is listening to stupid ass rap. All that shit is low vibrational, all of it. Because
Right.
true creation is inventing shit, not making those stupid ass songs that ain't gonna do shit for nobody.
Uh,
It's
okay,
a
so
fight here, but I'm a warrior and I'm in for a good fight. That's just the warrior in me.
mhm. Mhm.
Well, honey, all I'm gonna say to you is this: good luck, cause I'm done with the fighting. I don't want nothing feeding on me. I have a problem with that, and I definitely do not want to experience shit that I do not have to put my consciousness through. I've been through enough.
Mhm.
And when you know you don't have to deal with that shit, it's time to vacate the premises. My bonds are a simulation. Basically, facts. That's the truth. And in order to break this, great is within.
Then
Cause
without.
I, cause I know this is a trial. We all living in a Squid Game episode, continually lose. Hello, Riri. Facts, baby. Star. You get one for recognizing the loop. Cause everybody's looping. That's why you do the same shit over and over. Never married, no children, no pets. Never voted, never paid taxes. I stay alone, live alone on purpose, and I don't want any distractions. Hit it, red pill. Hit it. You get a star for that. I don't
Now,
fucking
I
blame
mean,
you.
listen, it's all good. You know, I mean, I understand what she's saying. She's never been married, never had any children, no pets. That's her choice, right? That's her
Mm-hmm.
choice. That's not the majority.
Because they've been programmed. That's why. Sex, I already explained sex. The way it originally was, they didn't have to have sex to procreate. A dick really isn't needed to procreate. The only thing that the men do is siphon energy off of females. That's it. And a lot of them could technically be a demonic entity. You wouldn't even know it.
Well, that's true too.
Right. So you don't even need them to do that. That's why they won't never supposed to be having sex. No way. And I already said my higher self knew that when I came into this reality. That's why I never liked it. You got to listen to the inner you. The inner you will never lie. It doesn't have a vested interest in lying to you.
Hmm. You see what
Sun Kiss Felicia Edwards. I have limited my contact with family and friends over the last 3 years because I don't want the drama, and it makes it easy to pack up and move to a place where I can somewhat isolate myself till I die. Girl, girl. See that I'm gonna give her a star for that because it's sad as the way that they fix this shit, but that's the fucking truth. And you can tell because the spirits are starting to recognize this shit.
Oh yeah.
The higher self is opening up to this shit is bullshit. It's bullshit. To sit there and hear that book and that shit said by the time you're an adult, your whole fucking field is ate up. So when they say, "Oh, well, you asked for this," so you asked to get your ass whooped, to get raped, to get robbed, to get shot at, to get stabbed, and you asked for your electromagnetic field to be ate up too.
Mm-mm.
But that's what they saying when they say you asked for that.
Well, okay. That's what they're saying that we asked for it, but is it possible? Because my questions are not necessarily because I don't understand. Is it possible that we asked for it because, once again, like I said in when we did the recording, there is a reason for, besides the fact that we're saying we're just here as food for these people. We
These
have
these beast
these
monsters.
beasts, right? I don't know, Denina. There has to be a bigger picture. There has to be a
No,
bigger
it's not.
reason.
It's not. I hate to break it to you, sister, but it ain't. It's all to feed off you. And the Matrix tells you that. It's all a lie. And that's why you have to shatter your reality to really be free. And that is the truth. It is as grim as it sounds, as much
Is
as it want.
suicide an option?
Yes, but before suicide, you need to come into an understanding of what it
Yeah,
is.
because if you commit suicide and you don't know why the hell you're committed, just because you want to get away
Right. You
from
you're
it,
gonna be you're
you're
gonna be
gonna
right back in here.
exactly, you're gonna get
Right. You
recycled.
have to become aware first and have a deep understanding of what is going on. That's why when I went and researched this shit, I told you what their voice screamed in my ear and said, "Get him out of there." So you don't think that that voice in my head, and that was not my higher self saying that. My higher self don't talk to me like that. I know that because I have been in many situations where my higher self had led me out of it, and that was not one of them. Your higher self talks to you all the time. You just don't. You're not still enough to listen to it because you're always on the move. And they made it like that because they know that the higher self will guide you out of shit, and they know that. And yes, everything is based on lies, facts. All of it lies. That's why when you take the F out of life, it spells lie because they know it's a lie. All of it. And the only way you can truly be free, you have to shatter your reality. There is no other way out of it. I have already looked at all possibilities. There's no other way out of it.
Hmm.
Now you see why, Empress, when I be telling you, when I be like, they want to be talking about the government. Who the fuck cares when all this shit is going on behind the scenes? Who the fuck cares? The reality doesn't mean any motherfucking thing once you know this. And you can tell they feeding off you because everybody is depressed. If you commit suicide, they win. No, they actually don't. Once you become aware of what you are, remember everything is backwards. So yeah, they tell you that it's stupid to commit suicide, it ain't good, but they know a lot of those people who commit suicide, a lot of them become aware of what is really going on. Remember, everything is backwards. Remember that. Can we escape from this body and destroy their hellhole? Yeah, everybody can escape once you become into the knowledge of it by disconnecting from the shit. Because if enough people did that, the reality will not exist no more, and that will break that shit. Because in truth, that's what I want to happen. Because it's not fair that you have innocent spirits in here. Even children, they feed off children as soon as they get in here. Innocent children. They don't give a fuck. That's why I said to sit there and be talking about some damn ancestors. You better ancestor your own ass and don't be an ancestor would be close to saying that you think about God because an ancestor can't save you. They're not gonna come here and physically lift you out of this. They can't. They know it's not physical. How long did you do your research and come to these conclusions? I have been doing this for about 5 years. When I had delved into the matrix portion about 5 years. But ever since I came into this reality from day one, I knew something won't right with it. Because like I said, my first question was, why the fuck am I here? Because remember, I was always connected to my higher self. That's why I was always mental. Everything is mental.
Right.
So I been knew that something wasn't right. Now you see why I say Empress when I say I know everything. Now do you see why?
I see it.
Because my lower self says we should connect, but higher self knows better. Red Queen Pish, Queen Red Pill, her ass be on the money. How can we escape? Oh, I read that one already. Um, how long do you, okay, I read that one too. What facts and spiritual books do you recommend based on what you are talking about? That Archon one is a good one. And the Nagamati, because the Nagamati tells you all of the shit that they don't want to tell you about these fucking Archons and how they created this shit.
All right, let me share the book again.
What facts and spiritual books? Okay, I read that. When they kill people on purpose daily don't seem like they need to feed on us. They want the majority to cease to exist, but then where is their food? So no, they don't want the majority to cease and to cease to exist, because if you cease to exist, they cease to exist, and they want to live forever off of you. What you think going on in the prison system? That prison system is nothing but a generator.
Keep talking, sister.
I don't want to be connected to the bad spirits. Well, honey, there's many of them here. They even connect and latch on to people avatars and everything. That's why I said when you really look behind this shit and you really look what is really going on, it's to say that you are awoke, to say that you are awoke in this reality and you ain't horrified at what is going, because the story of Tiamat, she ended up killing herself when she found out, or the demiurge, the one who helped them create this. She eventually ended up killing herself when she found out what they was doing. This is nothing more than a trap for your soul, for them to feed off your energy till there's nothing left. And once there's nothing left, they thrust your ass out in the cosmos and you'll be no more than a translucent phantom. And you won't even be able to really go in no reality because you won't even have the power to sustain your avatar in the reality. They didn't ate up all your magnetism.
Mm-mm.
But that is what is going on, because they have a certain preference
Right.
of spirits they like to eat on, and it's the ones with the souls. Why you think? Didn't the Archon? Didn't that what I read say the Archon would like to prevent souls from leaving? Because
Mm.
they know those souls are the ones with the magnetism, the powerful spirit. That's the good food. I'm telling you, honey, I know what I know. I would not be speaking this to y'all. The reason why I speak it to y'all is because I know y'all are not aware of all of what this shit really is, because they ain't gonna tell you. Like for instance, now I know most of y'all done heard of Ralph Smart, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've watched this man videos many times. I've even downloaded them, and he be saying some good shit. But I always, when I leave his video, I always ask myself, and I be like, yeah, but why is he not talking about what is really going on and what this shit really is? He don't ever talk about that. He leaves that out but say everything else.
Well, like, some people feel like the same way they had to get knowledge, everybody else must go out there and find it. They'll give you
Well,
they'll give you
yeah, but
a little bit, but they won't give you.
right, and well, you might as well not even tell it if you ain't gonna tell the whole truth. Did I didn't hold anything back. I told every motherfucking thing.
Right.
Why save it?
Right. Ami, I am. You can go back up to the top of the chat and you'll see the books, or in the previous show that we did, if you go into the chat room as the show is going on, I posted all the books there also. I'll probably drop it again in here.
The question read, what is the difference between your higher self and your innermost self? Is there a difference? Well, that innermost self is the higher self because that's the one that speaks to you all the time when you about to do something that's fucked up, and you'll hear that voice in the inside, or you'll get that feeling that this ain't right. That's that higher self turning the frequency on your ass. It's just so many be ignoring it.
Hmm.
And that's why they get into trouble the way that they do. Because you don't listen to it.
Right.
Yes, I say all the time to my people, I know everything.
Hmm.
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 I'm trying that. I'm trying. See, the way that this works is the people that know about this shit, you're gonna seem crazy to everybody else, and the reason why you seem crazy is because everybody else is sleeping. They haven't done the research to really prove that this shit is not what it is. Just like they also told you about the planets being a actual sphere when they know damn well it ain't. It ain't nothing but energy. It's just a thought form, and that's it.
Hmm. Hmm.
I just it Ralph Smart gets paid lovely not to speak the real truth. Hello, Queen Red Pill. Facts, baby
That's
girl.
true. That's true. That's
That's
true.
because I said that many times about him. I said, so you hear what he says all the time when he says, I'm manifesting. Yeah, of course you can manifest from making videos feeding off everybody motherfucking energy, but you ain't telling them the whole real deal. He speaks about the archons. Why he ain't telling you this shit? Why he ain't tell you that they feed by the time you reach an adult that your whole fucking field is ate up? Why he ain't tell you that? I told you. I don't have no vested interest in lying to you for what? I
Hmm.
told you I'm gonna straight up tell you every motherfucking thing because I don't like what they did. And I don't like that they put me in that shit and you actually thought I was gonna go along with that. No, I'm not gonna go along. That's not my vibration. I don't like to hurt others for no reason.
Right.
Because I didn't set up here. Because the real deal, if you really want to know the real deal is these parasites, they were once like you. They were
Hmm.
once like you, and they went into a reality, took over the reality, and lived in their lower chakra, killed, steal, raped, fucked, and the more and more devious shit that they done, they turned their energy into a grotesque form, and that's why they are a parasite now. Because they're doing a whole bunch of negative, low frequency vibrational shit, and it turns their energy into a gross form. Remember,
Hmm.
energy, it doesn't get destroyed. It is transfers or transform into another form. That's where they come from. They were once like you. That's why they have to feed off of you. Yeah, facts, Kelly Lee. Facts. A lot of them are paid agents because they do not speak the real deal. And if you real smart, you can discern when they lying to you. Because I can. I knew Ralph was not. Ralph give good information, but a lot of that shit is masked. He ain't
Hmm.
telling the real deal. Just like
Hmm.
Dr. Mumby. She another one. Ever since I connected to my higher self, I started to see what's going on. I'm understand what you're saying. I wanted to see what spirit was controlling my husband, and there were a lot of them. Like, you see what I'm saying? They latch on. The book tell you that they latch on to you. I told you. And
Uh,
everybody is having actual experiences with the shit. So it can't be a lie
hmm.
if these spirits are actually having experiences with it. It's no different from what I said about Dr. Mumby.
Tell
She
me
can't.
about that.
I'm about to. She did many videos about you came because this is my main problem with her. I like all of the information that she gives except for this. She's done many videos in the past about you asked for your parents, you asked for the life that you had. And when she goes on her video, she'll tell you that many people came and emailed her and said, there's no possible way that I would have asked for this.
Mm-hmm.
And then she makes up an excuse and says, she talk all around the issue, but bitch, if you know all of this shit about archons, negative entities and all of that, then you also know that they are feeding off of them at an all-time high, stripping them of their electromagnetic field. You also know that too, bitch, because the information go hand in hand. So why you ain't telling that? You know, I can answer why she ain't telling it, because they want you. And then and look, think about it now. Cause I asked him the other night, I said, she just did a video like 2 or 3 days ago, and she's basically said the same shit again, but she broke it down in another way. So I asked him, I said, why does she keep saying that? And you know what he said? It's because she got a cookie cutter life and she didn't have to go through the shit you went through. That's why she can say it. And that's just keeping it real. And I said, oh, well, I already knew that. She won't fooling me. You can tell when they lying, when they ain't telling. That's why I told you the whole shit is based on lies. All of it. It's all lies. All of it.
Hmm.
No shit. My matrix ain't well. It could be that depending on how long I stay here. But I don't want to stay here. I
But
can't.
okay, listen, I agree with him, and here's why. Because we kind of had that
We
conversation,
did. We did.
you
I knew you were
know.
going. I knew you weren't gonna let this ride. I already knew you weren't gonna let this ride. I knew you were waiting on the opportunity to get me. I knew it. I knew it.
Well, now that you know it, right? Because I mean, you're actually doing your purpose right now. You understand what I'm saying? So whether or not once your time here on this platform has been concluded, you exit the stage. I don't know. That's not for me to say or whatever. But there was a purpose for you being here. There was a purpose for you making that phone call or leaving that voice message.
Look. Hold on, Empress. I have to say this.
But
Kelly Lee said Dr. Mumby speaks in code
I
and keep
saw
her
that.
words say
Yeah.
shit. Yes. Look. Now I ain't tell her to say that. She said that because she felt it. So her higher self already know her ass is lying, basically.
Well,
They see, this is the thing.
she
Consciousness,
see, here's the thing.
consciousness is not stupid.
Here's
These entities really be thinking that the consciousness is not as stupid as they would like them to be.
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. She does speak in code, and she lets you know that she's speaking in code. She doesn't hide it, that she's not going to say certain things because she wants her platform. She wants to be
And
able to,
right.
she
But
wants to be able
why?
to still,
But
you
why?
know,
Look, this and why you think that? Why you think I never got anything? Because I was the bitch that you can't control. Correct.
okay.
Right. So wouldn't I be the anomaly in the matrix, the one that you cannot control? Correct. Because that's what the matrix was about, to try to control the anomaly.
Okay.
And I would be the anomaly. Because I'm not gonna say it how you want me to say. I'm gonna say how the fuck it is. If you feeding off of them, you're not gonna tell me and censor me shit. I'm gonna say it how the fuck I wanna say it. Because that's what you're doing. If you don't want the shit out, then don't do it. That's just like somebody raped somebody and then you supposed to be my friend and you done told me you done raped somebody. Bitch, I ain't gonna fuck with you no more after you do that, because you'll do that shit to me. No. Denina, you said once you are aware that this is not real, you will die. So why hasn't your body died? Right, I'm on my way out. I already said that. I'm on my way out. Any day that could happen. Because once you know all of the information, you don't have nothing else holding you here. The only thing that you have is the knowledge that you know and you are completely aware of what is going on. That's the seventh chakra that opens up. Next after that is blast off. I did read something saying that you get a life review before you step into your body. I don't believe that. I don't believe that because there's no way to prove it. And even if you said that, you'd still have to answer the question. So again, did you ask? So did your review include having your whole electromagnetic field ate the fuck up so it'll look like a spaghetti string? You'd still have to answer that, along with the bad experiences that you experienced. There's no way to prove that. That's all lies, and the matrix is based on a lie. Simple as that. You can't make sense of something that is all lies. Putting out this info with hopes that it plants properly seeds to grow a better tomorrow, good soil, good results. Yeah, because it needs to get out because ain't nobody else gonna say this shit. But I'm gonna say it. That's why I'm as raw and as brash, rude, and all of that. Because at the end of all the cosmos, this shit, these galaxies should not be in place if they are just to feed a dead entity. You are live energy and you feeding a dead entity. That don't even make sense. It's already dead. Just die. Why would you want to stay in place to feed something that has already killed its life force? That's something that's no, if that's the case, you might as well just go outside, lay down, and go in the middle of Times Square and let everybody walk over you. It's basically the equivalent of that. I'm not from here. I've been known the different shine I glow. Shit, a lot of us ain't from here going through this shit. They have created the whole pandemic, right, to depopulate, correct? So what will be their food source if we all realize the illusion and died? Oh, honey. One thing about that, baby, that's why I said this shit is completely controlled. They are not that why you think they trying to censor the information? Because they don't want too many people to become awake, because when too many people come truly awake and they want to disconnect from this shit, that's when they're gonna have a motherfucking problem. And that's what I want. I want people to know the real deal. That's exactly what I want. And that's exactly why I did it. Because I want them to know what really this shit serves, that you feeding something that's already dead. And that shit is feeding off of your innocence because you don't know. Look, Sun Kiss Felicia Edward said, my spirit won't let me listen to Dr. Mummy. Because her spirit knows that bitch be lying. And it's just as simple as that. And I call her a bitch because, bitch, you need to tell the full truth. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. Your platform would not be shit if it wasn't for the people. So why you gonna get them half incorrect or half correct knowledge and don't get them the full knowledge, but yet you want them to support you? You can't have it both ways, bitch. No, that's the motherfucker who trying to be slick. No, you should be able to discern the difference. Fuck that. Bitch, you shouldn't be getting up here making all these videos and then you going to tell people, oh, well, I can't say that. Okay, so bitch, if you can't say that, what the fuck you up here for? You not telling the whole truth, so why the fuck we need to listen to you? We need a bitch that's going to spit the real deal. Would you agree, Empress? Would you want somebody telling you half the truth?
I would not.
Right, because half the truth, they might as well lie to you. No, I ain't gonna make no social media that have no platform. Do you actually think they're gonna let me speak about that shit freely? Hell no. You know how much me and Lance got to go through just to get these videos out? They ain't gonna. If that's the case, you would have been heard many people talking about it the way I do. But they're paid agents. They have created this whole pandemic to depopulate. What
You
will
read
be
that
their food?
already.
Okay. But they kill off the most powerful, destroying their own food source. What if they need the strongest energy from them? But it's so many of them here. That's the thing. Even if some powerful ones get away, it's still collective consciousness. It's many of them to choose from. That's why I said the whole galaxies is no good. They only a light show to attract the parasites.
So, what are your thoughts on the Anunnaki and these celestial bodies, beings?
They ain't nothing but thought forms feeding off other consciousness, and that's it.
The Anunnakis?
Yes, the same thing. Do you actually think energy force? You can look at the games and tell that they use other spirits to have their powers. It's the same thing.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on aliens and UFOs and all of those things?
That ain't real. It's all a hologram. There ain't none of that real. That's just used to put a scare frequency in you. It's all lies. I told you this is all lies. You ain't never seen no damn alien ship. And just like you ain't never seen God come out the damn sky, you'll be waiting forever to see that shit. Because if you understand how consciousness is and what it truly is, that can never happen. Because they are all individual and in their own sphere. You can't project yourself to millions of conscious
All right.
spheres at the
So,
same time.
when you talk about galaxies, if we're all galaxies or we're
No,
all
it's many, it's
stars,
many, it's many galaxies. This isn't the only one. This is the
right?
Milky Way.
Okay. So we can't believe we have to know that we're not the only ones around.
Well, of course, but this is one of the main feeding grounds because this is one of the biggest galaxies. And the mirror galaxy to this one is Andromeda, where the insectoids are, who also feed off of the bodies here. Yes, honey.
Hmm.
Yes, that's why now when I say I might not know every single detail, but shit, I know enough. I know enough out of here. Love Dr. Mumby.
Well,
I like some of the information, but when she talks about that shit, when she be talking about the you asked for this experience, no, because you can shut her down if you read that quote and you tell her, so we asked to have our electromagnetic field ate up too. How you gonna answer that? How you gonna even make sense of that? On top of having all the bad experiences too, she wouldn't want to answer that. When you say UFOs are not real, this woman do not know what she's talking about. All in the nutshell. Are you saying that I don't know what I'm talking about? Because when you say a UFO, if you're saying that a UFO is, if you say that a UFO is real, that means that you actually think physical is real and nothing is physical. That means it has to be a metal ship flying in the air. It's all a hologram. And if you think that it's real, that's only because you don't know how energy works.
hmm.
UFOs fake, right? They are fake. Of course they are. It's just if your energy and they feeding off your energy and you ain't fucking physical, how the fuck can a UFO exist? Have you has anyone here seen, can you prove the solar system? Can you prove that there are other physical planets out there? If you can't prove it and the answer is no, which more than likely it will be no, then you know damn well ain't no damn spaceship's real either. And if you do see one, it'll be some green screen shit, and it'll be a hologram nonetheless. Sister G, focus on your matrix. What does that mean?
I, gu- I guess he's telling me I should focus on whatever it is, whatever experiences I'm living, and not worry
Oh,
about
okay.
aliens or whatever. I'm not sure.
Home staging first. I missed the beginning, so why did we come here? That's the whole thing. They want to tell you that you came here to have a so-called human experience, but behind closed doors, the human is getting fed on the whole damn time. So I guess one would have to ask yourself, I guess you came here to be fed off.
So,
Reggie Burnett, you don't know what you're
oh,
talking about.
that's not what I was. No, 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 that's not what I wanted to. I wanted this one.
But is he saying that I don't know what I'm talking about?
It would
Be-
appear that way.
okay, well, prove it any otherwise. I'd love to hear this to prove me wrong. I'd love. Let's hear the debate. So, are they aliens or are they just more of us in other galaxies? Well, essentially, they are more of us. They just lowered their lights into a dark, low vibrational being. And they actually lowered you lower than them because they actually made you think that you were actually physical when you are actually plasma. And for this Reggie Burnett, if you saying I don't know what I'm talking about, please prove it otherwise, darling. Dr. Mummy always speaks of our energy being used to power their fears. Basically, right. So she's telling you, but she ain't telling you raw like I am. I'm telling you
Well,
actually
here's
what
the
they
thing.
doing.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can tell us raw, right? You're a guest here. So
Correct.
you're telling your story raw here. She has a platform that, with her name on it, so she has to speak in code. It's up to us to be on a higher spiritual level to understand what she's saying, or to take what she's saying and then do further research, because I mean, it's not incumbent on anybody to fully enlighten anyone. We have to
Well,
we
I
have to
I
seek
I get
enlightenment
what you're
ourselves.
saying. I
you
get
know
what you're saying, but this is how I see it. I totally respect what you're saying, and I do get it that she does have a platform. But again, the platform is ran, and she's still siphoning energy from the spirits that is listening. You wouldn't have a platform if it wasn't for the spirits tuning into you, giving them half knowledge. So remember, truth be told, they had no business hiding what you are from you any goddamn way. So you owe that to them for standing by this long, letting them feed. They have no excuse. You owe that to them standing by this long, letting them feed off of them. I don't feel sorry for them, no, because that means you would be saying that, and that means children that come in here and get killed, get their faces cut off, get to be tortured and scream. All of those children also deserve to have that happen to them, so this bitch can have a platform. Really? No. You get no. I ain't giving you no
um
excuses.
I,
No.
I missed that. Say that, apart from what you called her, say that again.
I said that children, there are children in here that they are cutting the faces off of children, kidnapping
Okay.
children,
Hmm.
taking them underground in cages, torturing them, getting them to scream out so they can collect and harvest
Right.
adrenochrome.
Right.
And you mean to tell me you can't come out and tell them the truth because you saving a fucking platform and these children being tortured the whole and they innocent? Fuck that platform. You can't have no platform if it wasn't for all of the energies here. None of it would exist. You owe that to them. You owe it to them to be honest with them. Straight up. Because if they did that shit in front of me, I would cuss them the fuck out. Because I know you lying. Because I know the real deal. I don't care if you want to talk in code or not. Tell the raw deal. Because you know damn well ain't nobody signed up for all that. You know this is just a feeding ground and a farm. And she has said that before, that this was a farm. She has said that. So with her, I ain't too mad at her, but I would rather for her to just come out and be with, just say all, if you can say all this and you can speak in code, you might as well tell the rest of it. I mean, ain't no point in hiding it. There is never designed for the comfort of man, but only designed for the comfort of mankind, basically. And
I don't
mankind
even
don't.
know how I clicked. Did I click on that?
But that's kind of a good question, because as good as he good as saying mankind is the ones with the weaker energy, with the weaker soul. They don't even have a soul. But yet this is all, yeah. And the main reason for that is because that Archon God Enlil created that mankind to put you enslaved, so it could siphon off your energy. It's many. Do you know it is many galaxies here that is feeding off of this? The reptilians, the Palladians, the insectoids. It's many of them here feeding off of this galaxy. Many. So when these civilizations recently went to space, where did they really go? Do you suppose? They ain't going no damn planet, and they damn sure ain't going no damn moon. Because if you read the Book of Enoch, the Book of Enoch tells you that all is energy, and the light goes in phases, which means it ain't physical. So you can't land on light. And if you astral project and saw what I saw, you would know that was a damn lie.
True.
We've been family on here for a long time, and we can agree to disagree. But family, let's be respectful of each other's experience and opinions. The sister's experiences is her truth. That is true. But see, the thing is, I'm not here to. So how are you a Titan dragon, and when did you know this truth? Because my spirit is the same like Tiamat. We have the same spirit. It's just mine is a newer version than hers. And the reason why I know that, because she also too is depicted in Mortal Kombat, and she was the mother of me. So you know I know. It sounds like fiction, but it ain't. Because if it was, I wouldn't know all I know. You can choose to believe it. You can choose not to. To me, it doesn't matter. That's you sleep, not me. Right. Look, if you sit here, if you are really sitting here, and this goes to you, Diamond F 0.8419, because you really been asking me some condescending questions. I'm gonna let you slide, but I'm gonna put this comment to you. Whatever you want to believe about this, that's on you. That's your consciousness. You are the sovereign being of your consciousness. You sat there and you witnessed all of these spirits say they don't want to be here. So basically, the reality is based off suffering. You cannot deny that. And yet you still trying to question me about who and what I am. I know what I am. You can hear the power in my voice. And if I was scared, do you think I would be saying this shit raw the way I say it to you? No. Don't you think that they can hear me and they know how I am and they know I'm not going to sugarcoat shit? If they wanted to kill me, they kill every motherfucking body else. So why they ain't kill me yet? Right. I guess you can't answer that one. So moving on. I don't believe what NASA is telling the truth to the public, and I think I will never will. It might cause mass panic. Well, and NASA is lying, because they all of that is green screen. That's why you will never see it. Look, if you look at the reality, it has a certain thing to it. You ain't never seen them really go to these planets and these moons and all of that because it's all a green screen. You can't prove it.
Somebody asked in a meme, so who was the photographer that they left on the moon?
Right. It's a green screen.
Because you see you can see the capsule taken off of the moon to come back to Earth. So who did they leave up there to take the
It's
picture?
all a green. You know why they did that? You know why they lied? Because they need you to think that
Ooh.
everything is physical. They want you to think that everything is physical because it takes you away from your true self, that you are energy. That's why they do it. Just like you will never see Jesus come out of the sky, you will never see that because it cannot possibly happen. It's too many consciousness here. You will never see that. It's too many individual consciousness here. It will have to project itself to all of them at the same time, and you cannot do that because the true God does not need any help. It doesn't need to pull energy from something else. So that's not a real God. That's a parasite. It shouldn't need you believing in it to be God.
Mm-mm.
Been saying the same thing this was saying before reading any books. This is what I'm saying. It don't take a rocket scientist. It really doesn't. It's right in front of you. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. It really doesn't. That is all fucking lies. NASA is just TV show, nothing but
Exactly,
lies.
Lola.
What they say, Empress?
No, I when I said about the rocket, the capsule taking off and the video, and my friend here just said and the damn flag was blowing. It was
Right.
supposed to be a
All
video
lies.
on the moon.
All lies. Just like you ain't gonna see God come out the sky either. That's a lie too. We've been waiting for that for the longest.
Mm-mm. Truman Show. Yeah, that's
It's
true.
it, it's all lies.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a simulation. That's all it is. And you help to create the simulation. Because if you didn't empower the simulation, why you here? What's your purpose for being here? Other than empowering the simulation so they can feed off you. When someone answer that and you give me a convincing answer, I'll be moved. Until then, it's exactly what I said it is. Nothing but lies and here and for them to feed off of you. Until then. Oh shit, I had turned on the damn mute button and
Hmm.
forgot that. What is it? Yeah, I was like, how much they paid you to talk about your experience in space. The girl that recovered from bone cancer and went stumbled so much overstated what she saw. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, because sometimes people can't hold their tongue, and so they forget that they're supposed to be lying, and then they start
But
telling
that's
the
just
truth.
like, but that's just like if somebody's saying you can tell it's all lies because when they be showing what you think they made the whole computer and the whole television for, they made it to project the image that they want you to believe. That's it. You would think that people who've seen these spaceships that they would have it would have been as big as spacecrafts and aircrafts can be that more people would have seen it at one time. And it's always one person on the show saying they didn't witness. That shit is such bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that just goes to show you how stupid they take the consciousness for. Yeah, right. NASA and Hollywood are one and the same. It's the same shit. I see things that I can't identify in the air daily. That is proof of UFOs. Honey, I'm gonna say this again. Everything is all energy. That whatever you see in the sky is just a hologram. I hate to tell you that, but it is what it is. It might feel real. The only reason why I feel real is because it's millions upon millions upon millions of different spirits here. That's it. Other than that, it is a hologram. And you know that because if you meditate, you can feel your spirit leave. And if you're going to say all that, then why do women have still childbirths? Because if everything is so physical, then whatever hasn't entered the body, the baby should still move, right? But because the baby doesn't move, that means it's missing something. It's missing the battery.
Yeah.
Right. You're gonna disprove that too? You can't disprove that. It's not real. It's all a hologram. Your energy itself is we live in a holographic universe. Point blank and period. You do the research, you will know that. Unless you went on one, it's no proof. Drones and all other kind of machines are up there now, along with the type of arm tested, right? And they still holograms. That's why it ain't nothing to really be afraid of. It's all holograms. See, they never told you when you tell people that God ain't gonna come save you from the sky, they get so mad and try to debate. Well, of course they do because see, the archons know that the human consciousness always depend on hope. The archons know that already. That's why I said they've studied you. They study how energy works. That's how they was able to fool you. They know what they dealing with. That's why they did it.
Hmm.
Sister Satman 7 said that parasite has studied you. Didn't she say that?
Yeah.
Right. And she won't lie because it did study you. It studied you very well. Yeah, Riri, I get what you're saying, but like I said, again, she would not have no platform if it was not for the people. And I just feel like if you read, well, that's just like Ralph Smart too. It's no need in trying to cover for them because as long as they've been out, I have just started doing these shows and I came out and told you everything. I didn't have to do that either. I didn't sugarcoat it. I came out and said it for what it was. Don't fight me for me telling you the truth. Because if that's the case, why be here? Just go listen to the bullshit they give you. What about the alien autopsy? Did you see the alien or did you just see it on TV? The tell lie vision that tell lies to your fake eyes that you think that you have. Oh, I know they will. You ain't got to tell me. I did not tell you. I had already said that they will say I was pure blasphemy, but yet they ain't killed me yet. I wonder why.
Hmm.
Can you answer that anomaly?
Interesting.
Other than what I said it was. If you see everything is a lie, so you must be lying. If that's what you want to think. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to tell you the truth. Because once I leave, I won't be here no more. And the same shit will still be going on because consciousness like you refuse to believe the truth. Just like the book said. This cycle has went on many times. This is not the first cycle of this. You don't think that they know that consciousness like you will reject the truth because you've been programmed? The fact that you reject the truth means you've done no research. That's exactly what that means. So, Reggie Burnett, moving on. But you see what I'm saying, Empress? You can't argue if you haven't done no research because when somebody tell you something, you won't understand it because you haven't done any research. And doing research is not just reading. Doing research is actually testing it too. Seeing it. I've seen the energies come through this reality. I have astral project and seen them vibrating myself. I don't give a fuck who says I'm lying. You are not gonna tell me what the fuck I seen and witnessed.
Okay.
It's hard for folk to see this as a hologram. You must step outside yourself to see this as a hologram. Right. But it's telling you, it tells you the only way out is in. What the fuck do you think that means? So Empress,
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier in the show before this one, I
Mm-hmm.
said I told you earlier. I said that I asked him, and he told me. He said, "I don't know why you wasting your time telling them they ain't gonna believe you. They all programmed." Remember I told you that?
Mm-hmm.
So was he lying? Not all of them, but a
Not
good
all of
percent.
them.
But the
And
few that
I
ain't
mean,
programmed, the
you're
few
not
that
wasting
ain't
your time,
programmed.
but you're not wasting your time. So the fact that he's saying he don't know why you're wasting your time, no, you're not
No,
wasting your time.
he's saying that because he know the mass majority is programmed already.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
knows that. That's
Okay.
why I said over 90% of them are still asleep. Because if you weren't asleep, there's no way you could accept anything about this. To be awake means you reject the whole thing because you know it's a lie. That's the true meaning of being awake. Like for instance, I'm gonna give you a good example. Let me read this. One goes and one comes. That's it. It's a perpetual process, and I think the universe designed it to be that way. Well, that's the way it was supposed to be. You were supposed to go in and out of these realities. You're not supposed to stay here this long because before they fixed it and before they turned it into a suffering matrix and a farm, you were able to travel to different realities at will, and you can't do that now because they want to lock you here. But that's just like when I told Lance, I said, well, I tried to tell my sister about the truth, but she has 8 children. And I told her, I said, those children, you don't own them. They're a sovereign spirit. You don't own their spirit because you can't create energy.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't own them. She cuts me the hell out. But I expect her to do that because you have already created a reality for yourself already, which is to have a family, to have children. So to listen what I say is gonna be far fetched for you because you are seeing and dealing with your children on a day-to-day basis. That's all you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now you see why I said that you have to shatter your reality in order to see through this?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not speaking of seeing a craft. I'm saying I can see things that are in the air that I can't identify more like organisms that are not necessarily solid. So would they qualify as UFOs? Well, technically, Riri, there is no real UFOs that exist. But if you want to say that could be some type of extraterrestrial to this reality, you will be right.
All right.
UFO would be an object, not energy, though, in my way. Right. That's why I said it ain't real. because everything you read the emerald green tablets, all is energy. There is no physical. You confirm more for me than what, what is this? Alila Johnson. You haven't. You confirm for me that there's still a remnant. There are spirits in the sky from these images. I see energy spheres with white people and creatures' faces inside of them. They're all over everywhere. Negative energy. Right. You are absolutely right. Beautiful bronze goddess. You are absolutely right. And that's why I said that the negative parasites are all over the place. They're all over this galaxy. The real reason for depopulation is it's harvesting season. That's why. I told you this is an energy farm to farm energy. That's all it is. None of the pictures have any stars in them, not a single star in any of the fake outer space films. Right. And if you really go back to look how the real quantum and cosmos look, the energies are floating all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason that you can't see it is because so many people are thinking that night and day is real because they don't know the real reality and the real truth. If they did know, you would see the actual quantum because the energy is blocking you from seeing it because it's a frequency created because there's so many of them here. That's how much they have controlled this galaxy. It's all under control. Hit like the fam. Grateful to you, Sister Nini, and thank you for your time and your work you put in. Thank you, Queen Marat Rogers. I appreciate that. That means that you know that it might seem weird as hell, but you know that a lot of the stuff that I'm saying, you know, deep down inside, you know that shit is real. You know, because you cannot explain what is your reason for being here other than putting up with bullshit that you know you don't really have to put up with. Is to live forever through our individual descendants, whoever they are. I believe in all the stories that we heard is his fairy tales. I believe all the stories that we heard his fairy tales point blank.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Mean that is. I don't think it's supposed to be HIS. I think he's saying that all the stories that we've been told are fairy tales. Period.
Basically, because you can't prove none of them. Yes, you're right. They pay the weak conscious to feed wrong knowledge. Facts. And you can tell who is this? Uh, what Kayi Mensa? Yes, you're right. They do because I thought about that when they be paying those rappers. They look so stupid with all them tattoos and all of it singing all that stupid shit. And truth be told, that is not real creation. Real creation is to invent stuff. They just pumping out a low frequency to control you and mind and self and brainwash you because you don't know what it's like to be a mother. No, I don't. And the thing of it is, I never wanted to be a mother because my higher self knew better than that. And that ain't no shade. I'm just telling the truth. I didn't want to root myself to it. I don't want to. The collective consciousness I don't like. Cause Diamond, what you don't get is I'm gonna read this for you because you need to hear this. I'm gonna read this for you since you still want to go in on me. Understand this. It says Don Juan explained that human beings were encased in a glowing ball of energy that engulfed the body like a cocoon. He referred to this energy surrounding humans as the glowing coat of awareness. That glowing coat of awareness is talking about is your consciousness, because that's all you are. according to Don Juan, this energy is what the predator feed off of. So what is it that you don't get about that? What is it that you don't get about that? The book, so you're going to deny me and the book. So we both stupid, right? And you got all the answers. And it says, and by the time a human reaches adulthood, by the time a human reaches adulthood, that means within a small time frame, the remains of the glowing coat of awareness is narrow as a fringe of energy that goes from the ground to the top of the toes. Do you know how much they have ate from you? And you sitting up there telling me about that? Are you fucking stupid? Are you not listening to what is going on? I don't mean to be rude to you, but you are denying facts. This is telling you what they are doing. The book is telling you that. Even in this book, it says that this is nothing but a farm. No matter what your individual experience is, it doesn't mean shit to the masses, because the masses are experiencing all of this. They're telling you that. You cannot deny it. And for you to deny it, you're only hurting your own self, because at some point in time, whether it takes this lifetime, 10 lifetimes from now, you will understand that this was all for nothing, just a waste of your energy. The reason why you have such a hard time accepting it is because you haven't done the research. If you haven't done the research, you can't hope to understand it. You have to do the research. That's why they say you have to do the shadow work. Dr. Mumby talks about the parasites. She lying too? Ralph Smart talks about the archons. Is he lying too? The book is talking about the archons. Is the book lying too? It doesn't matter whether you are a mother or a father or not. It doesn't matter, because at the end of it all, you do not own that spirit. That spirit is a sovereign being on its own. They fix this so you will have an attachment to it, and that attachment roots you to the reality so that they can feed off you. And look, Red Queen, I'm sorry, baby, for saying your name wrong. Queen Red Pill. That's exactly why I didn't want none. That's exactly why I didn't want none. Because I never wanted nothing that I brung in here to go through the bullshit that I witnessed. That's why I said I would never do it. That's exactly why. I'm giving her ass 10 stars for that.
What are we talking about here? I missed that.
When she said me neither, because I would never subject another to this. I've been said that. You know, children are suffering. You seen all them goddamn children on the back of those milk cartons in the 90s. You thought that shit was fake? They was harvesting those children. Look, Reggie Burnett saying the same thing. Some of these other conscious people are faking frauds. Look, a real consciousness know when you lying. You can't fake that. It either in the cosmos, it is or it is not. I don't believe in fucking color. I believe in black and white. It either it is or it ain't. Okay. Diamond F.8419. I'm just saying, I want you to understand that you are under attack. That's the man. I ain't doing this to be nasty. I'm alerting people that you are under attack, and these motherfuckers don't give a. What do I think about Seven Beaumont fraud? I told one of my coworkers yesterday that I'm tired of this reality and that I'm going to sit on a mountaintop away from all these people here and their shit nagging nanigans and their shit nanigans and create my own reality. Right. That's what it's about. That's what it is about. You're not supposed. When a star comes into being on its own. It don't have all this shit around them screaming and if you really think about it, the way the reality is set up, you can't even go outside and be to yourself without some type of distortion, a car motherfucking running down the street, blowing horns, trucks, gas all in the damn air. You can't even have your damn consciousness to yourself.
Hmm.
Right. Everyone has the power to rise up, to accept that the shit is fake and that you don't have to put up with none of this shit.
There's a question.
How do I get rid of them from the body?
I'm
What, the archons? Or
not
the
sure. I
parasites?
changed it because I don't know if she had asked another question before, but I put up a
Are there others like you, Denina, or are you the only Titan? No, it's other Titan spirits here. I ain't the only one. Oh no, I ain't the only one. Some of them just don't want to be known. I don't want to be known either, but it bothered me that all this was going on when I found out this and I was able to prove it. And that the main thing bothered me is that the masses are walking around here and I know they innocent of this shit, and that's the part that bothers me. To be clear, I'm asking questions now. Okay. Cause I just want y'all to know I'm only doing this for y'all. That's the only reason why I'm doing it, because I know they ain't gonna never tell you the truth. Don't you think I listen to a lot of these quote unquote conscious people? Don't you think I've already discerned that they're not telling the whole full truth? Why you think I did it?
hmm.
Hmm. Okay, I answer that. But you see, there is a such thing as deprogramming, and there's deprogram that's what's needed. Correct. It is. To deprogram from all that bullshit that they fed in your conscious mind and your unconscious. Because it's all programming. And remember, if you can install a program, you can uninstall a program. Because remember, we all technology. You got to look at shit as a computer sense. Because that's what it's based off. That's why you think, where you think they get computers from, they get it from us. Okay, Queen Marat Rogers, just like Bob Marley said, it man, right? Look, and he would be an elder to a lot of us, and he knew. They knew it was bullshit. You know damn well you do not come in here as no damn conscious being, and you are a sovereign spirit, and all you are subjected to is pain and suffering. That shit just doesn't even make sense. But I feel you about the truth. Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to rank on her, but it's just like, if you gonna tell the shit, the people are listening to your channel for you to tell them the truth, not for you to give them what you want to give them. You already said everything else. You might as well spit the shit out. Oh, Chrissy, and I love this knowledge. Thank you. We can go on forever because it's when you really become really aware, you want to know more. You want to know what is really going on, and you don't want to hear no damn lies. Because truth be told, your conscious and subconscious mind already know what's going on anyway. Right, I ain't here to be lying to y'all. You think I would sit here and go through all this shit and talk 5 hours? My ass could have been asleep and visited in the fucking quantum realm. Because truth be told, I spend most of my time sleeping. I don't like waking up to this shit.
Mm,
Hey, you've heard of this channel on
I've heard
YouTube,
of it. It's very
Tricks of
interesting.
the Trade?
Tricks
I
of
haven't heard. I haven't
Tricks of
heard of
the
that
S
one.
trade. Tricks of the S trade. He puts a lot of stuff out there about Hollywood and the inversion of male and female. You know how they switch everything up, so they have men. The men are actually women, and the women are actually men. It's a mess. But
Mm-hmm.
he has,
And it's a lot more
yeah.
because the way that they do the celebrities, they do them dirty.
Mhm.
You would think that as much as how it appears to the public that they sow this, that, and the third, but they ain't nothing but fucking slaves. And as soon as they don't want to go along with that, they get rid of their ass.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
But they can pump the public down with bullshit and knowing that. I mean, think about it. That gangster music, I never liked that shit because it's low vibrational. You should not be talking about killing people.
Exactly.
Since I came back from my trip to Ghana in July,
Efforts.
the the efforts at work have not been bothering me because they can see that I'm about to step out of their reality and lead them to their shit.
Shoot.
Yeah, for real. After
Scientist is
you
creating
be
new words.
right. You sit here and you become aware of all that, and then you see them. Just it's no different. What she's saying is no different from. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you an homage to this. Remember, Ella, I was telling you about the guy and how I had was doing the studying, and I seen him on the street when I was going to the store. And he talking about some motherfucking toes. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went to the store yesterday and seen him again over there.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and he says, "You gonna walk right past me and not say nothing to me?" Yes, because you on some low vibrational shit. I don't have time for that shit. Like once you start to see this shit for what it is, you can start to see the programs. You
Mm-hmm.
can literally see them as a program. When Denina, when you astral project, is there an energy or spirit protecting you or surrounding you? Do you feel drained when you return? Do other entities follow you and hang around you? I have no one to talk. Well, when I did it, it was real quick, but it was quick enough for me to see them damn orbs vibrating. And I did not see an orb vibrating in the sense of
Hello. Oh boy. Danina. I think Sister Danina got knocked off. Oh my god. Um Hang on a second. Hang on guys. Let me try to get in touch with her, see what's going on. She was on her, she just fell off. So okay, we'll give you a second, sis. I see your message. Um so I know everyone's enjoying Sister Danina tonight and all that she's bringing to us. Some of us are having a little bit of challenge processing all of this information, but give it time. The more she can come on and yeah, exactly, MW. You know how it works. But the more she can come on and speak the knowledge that she's bringing, eventually, if you're open and if it's something that you want to understand and comprehend, comprehension will happen. we all don't come to truth at the same time, and so I don't particularly care for some of the comments I see here in the chat. I don't particularly care for the way a lot of us have been speaking. It's her truth, it's her reality, and we should respect those things. I haven't said anything because she's very capable of taking care of herself, of defending herself. But we can agree to disagree, and we can be respectful of each other. You understand? Don't even misunderstand the fact that I might ask certain questions that sound simple, that I don't get what she's saying. This is her show, and so I'm allowing her to speak it and say the things that need to be said. Don't get it twisted. I understand completely what she's saying. Anyways, I think I have a guest. Does my guest want to?
Yes, yes, yes. He's here.
Oh, hello, my guest. How are you?
Rise and shine. I'm starting a new day.
Oh, I'm going to bed.
Thanks to you. Now we can be 24 hours. Some,
No. I
ah,
I I are going to bed.
I know, I know, I know. And I'm starting it up again.
I
Holiday
gotta
sh-
I gotta catch at least a 4 hour sleep and
Oh, I know.
and
I appreciate that. I
uh,
appreciate that.
you're welcome. I don't know what happened. I don't know if her phone. She said give
Oh,
her a second, so I'm
you
not
give me
sure.
so she might have
Yeah,
to. I'm kind of thinking that maybe, her phone died out or
yeah,
whatever because, there's a lot of time.
probably,
Yeah, yeah.
probably. So, what are your thoughts on what we've been what
Well,
Sister Denina has been saying so far? Were you able to hear anything, or
yeah,
did
yeah,
you just
yeah.
get
I
up?
listened to a little bit of it and saw
Okay.
some of the comments and everything. And like I
Mhm.
said, here on
Mhm.
this platform, we don't do like other people or other
Mhm.
platforms where it's some kind of dictatorship where you must follow me and I am the absolute rule and I am this and I am that and I am the God. You know what I mean? You cannot talk to this person. You cannot talk. You must stay with me. And
Right.
crazy. I just had a knock on the door. Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn, it's 6 o'clock in the morning already. Rotted. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Murat. Everybody that's here. I feel like before I know it, I'll be back saying Grand Rising. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. He just stepped away for a second, Glow Wow. So I'll tell him. He'll probably see it. Yes, Brother Raw, it was very riveting. I hope she gets a chance to come back and wrap it down for us. This cannot be the way that it ends, as far as her show. You know, you know how it is, the powers that be, when you start speaking things that are, have truth in them, and my truth and your truth is not the same truth, although truth is truth, but we just have to know that we all experience life in a different way. And some of us have never really experienced anything overly traumatic, so we have a different perspective on things. And some of us have experienced some really harsh harsh realities, and you have to give space for people who have experienced those things, and how it makes them feel. Sister Denina, you're back. Hello, Denina. I don't know where her audio. She came back in the chat, but her audio isn't there. Yes. So who's right when she was telling me? Yeah, this is good information, Ray of Sunshine. No, Danina, I can't hear you. I see you, but I can't hear you. Mm-mm. Yeah, not sure what's happening here.
Yes, I'm back.
You're back? Okay. She
Yes, yes.
popped in, but her audio isn't working.
Oh, okay. She's asking if we can hear her.
Yeah.
She popped
Okay.
in again.
Yeah.
Let me add her in. She's in twice.
Yeah. Can you hear
Okay.
me, Denina?
Yeah, it's
Denina.
twice, and her mic is open,
Yeah.
but for some reason, let me see something here.
I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, brother Raw, trauma is trauma because, see, the thing is, big or small, my small trauma could be very big to me. You're right. And your big trauma could be small to me. It just depends on our tolerance for certain things and how we deal with the things that we face in life, you know. And like I said, there are some of us who haven't faced anything. It is what it is. We have to be real about that. Um, no, we can't hear you. Did you type, Lance? I mean,
Yeah, I said that
okay.
back
Yeah,
can't
but we can't hear
can't hear
her,
you.
right?
Let's see. Let me see. Let me see.
And
Let me see.
Sister Global was saying hello, but you had stepped away.
Oh,
Mhm.
greetings, family. Yeah. Let me think here. You're on the computer or you on the phone?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm on the computer.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, ch- 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 ch-
Why do you want me to come in on my phone?
yeah, and have a three-way you, if that's possible, or you three-way her.
I can't
But
do that.
you can. Oh, okay, okay,
Mm-mm.
all right.
Because the phone that I have that I use to come in on, I don't have.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, let me. Well, the link is the same link because she came in already.
Yeah,
That link.
she was in on her phone and she
Unsure
was in on
link.
her
Yeah,
computer.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
They mess with.
messing with the phone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You see how they do?
And you see the time she wrote it, that means that it's true. 2:22. They're messing with the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen. We pretty much, from what you told me, they were messing around before, and she
Yeah,
came
they
back.
were messing with her computer real
Let's see.
bad.
They're
And
going to do
then
that on
she,
live.
yeah.
That earlier version that we put up, they can't
Hmm.
mess with that. And even then, they still try to mess with a little bit of something. Because look, we do so many different shows. No problem. I mean, I may have a power outage over here, or there may be minor little things that, like, it's under the umbrella of what we can handle or see. But
Right.
so this tells me a lot. And so someone had asked me about how I feel about what she
Hmm.
says. Like, I have no problem with it. I mean, there's different levels of consciousness,
Right.
and there are levels of consciousness that some of us can handle and some of us can't handle. But I will never knock one who, when I go through and chew through each piece, that it's undisputed where it doesn't. I don't feel any feeling of, oh, this has got to be, or I would never
Right.
attack. Now, there's certain things out here in the universe I know straight up that are just not,
Right. Right.
that's right.
Right.
That's right. That's right. They don't want you talking no more. I know that.
Mhm. Mhm.
I know that.
Mhm.
I know that. But you know what?
Mhm.
Whenever you're ready to continue this, I'm not saying end it now. We're gonna still have you try and whatnot. But if it's something the way you can't get in, then well, guess what? As soon as possible, we'll come back with another live like this.
Right.
See if they mess with us. And this is one of the reasons why people say, well, you talk so righteous, but then you get on your shows and you say sexual things and you talk about, like, okay, this next one that we're going to have at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, relationship deal breakers. What does that have to do with consciousness? What does that have to do with the elevation? It's a damn smoke screen, y'all. You see, sometimes you throw a left jab to the opponent's face to blind his
Mhm.
eyes for a second.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
drop that heavy right hand that's going to knock them out.
Exactly.
I've been in this game for a long time, and people have been messing with me, and the government messing with me from 2005. That's the year YouTube came out. It was earlier than that in the year. So it's not like I'm playing a buffoon.
Mhm.
you're not going to make yourself a target, not out of fear, but you want to be effective in getting the information out.
Exactly.
So
And that's what we were talking about. You
exactly.
put it perfectly because, Denina was saying something about, Dr. Mumbi and that she's not being honest and so on. And I was saying that she has to preserve her platform, and so she speaks in code, and it's up to, if you're, I don't want to use the word conscious, but if you're aware, you'll take what she's saying and you'll do research and you'll come to some understanding yourself.
Yeah. It's just different players on a team have different positions, and those positions require a certain action. It really runs deep.
It does.
People have to be on the super lower levels. I mean, people don't know what I go through and what my walk is here. I mean, I have all kind of people offer me lots of money to shoot porn, to do artwork for porn sites and other stuff. I mean, if I bid on that and wanted to get out, I'd really be messed up. Or they would say, look at him talking righteous about his sisters, but look what he's doing. You know what I mean? I write erotica, from a romantic level, not from my swollen organ was delving deep into her hungry, moistened. We know that's going to happen. But what about the emotions? You know what I mean? So you try to vary as much as a smoke screen. So when you have a sister like Denina coming on, it's like, okay, boom, they don't know.
Right.
You put a lot of content for the very few.
And we did put her out there. If we hadn't dropped the link as far as letting everyone know that there's a live show coming up, but there was no way not to do it.
A lot of folks wouldn't know. They'd be like, okay, let me go to bed. Let me walk away from YouTube.
Exactly.
So you had to put that part out. But this is the very reason why we record. But they're going to watch everything all the time. They can't do it. And if it's not on the internet and we're recording it on our own platforms away from social media and then put it up there, if I'm looking to bomb a place, I'm not going to sit here and let's go to the location and put the bomb together. No, that's dumb. They'll see.
She said she tried to get in and they're blocking her access. What do we do? Just give her,
see,
if you drop the link in the chat, it's just for Denina alone, right? Because it's getting late right now, so I'm not even trying to.
You have people waking up in the morning like, how you doing? Good morning.
No.
And we'll have a show like that. At least once a week, we're going to have a show where we let everybody talk about the other shows we had or different things. But, there's certain propagandas out there that people have found out. I know are fake, certain things, and I ain't putting them people on here.
Right.
Well, it's essentially going to be fair. No. I already know what it is.
Sister Denina, I'm gonna
I dropped the link.
Oh, you did?
It's right there.
Oh, where? I can't see it.
You can't see it? Not yet. You see me?
Oh, I see it now. Yeah. Okay.
There's a little delay.
I see it now. Okay.
Yeah. Sunkiss.
Sunkiss is here. She's still here with us. Everybody's still here. Denina, try the link from the chat room, please, and see what happens.
I mean, it's the same, baby. That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
Oh, listen to this. J.E., I've lost my vision. What? How the heck? We would never know. I've lost my vision over 6 years, and I'm speaking through a voice Mac. Even I know when they're destroying your work or distorting your work.
Yeah, you see?
Wow.
More power to you, J.E.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. More power to you. Time to unplug. Yes. I will see you in the rising, my dear brother Raw. Thank you so much. You're the best.
Raw. Yeah, we'll see you in a couple hours.
Ride or die trooper.
That's right.
Thank you. Everybody that's here, as a matter of fact, thank you so much for being here, for hanging with us, knowing that you're more than likely going to be rising with us on the Rising Show. Thank you so much. I think Denina, did you try the link? We just dropped the link in the chat room, in the chat. Did you try it to come back in?
Yeah, I dropped it in there again. It should be there in a second for you.
Mm-hmm. I've been up so damn long. I'm hungry now.
I know you need to. Yeah,
I'm hungry. I'm like, oh, and I don't want to eat anything else because I had apple pie and ice cream.
that apple pie and ice cream has been well digested. But
Yeah,
Jenny,
but
I mean, until she gets in, we'll just chat a little bit. But I'm just saying, like, you will. Yeah, we're gonna end this live.
yeah, we're gonna end it.
Any
Yeah,
more psychobabble like after. We want to leave it where her words were the last thing on the minds of everybody who's here.
yeah.
So, I just want to say that one thing, that you can be so focused in doing the show, running the show, and just watching over different things. You forget that you have to pee, that you have to eat. Your mind is out of here. But on that note, like I said, I don't want to dilute the powerful words that she shared. And
Right.
Denina, we're gonna come back on when you're ready. It could be later on today. It could be just on the same kind of free flow.
Yeah,
We're gonna set it up where we can ask questions of every guest, so that if they get cut off like this, we'll have a list that they can see, and then we can record putting it up. So there's always a counterpunch. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you, sister, and thank you for sharing what many of us don't see, and many of us see partially or see, right? And the argumentative people, well, you have a right to disagree, but the thing is, we're going to show respect to you, because at least on this platform, we're going to allow people to speak.
Yes.
There's times there are other guests that come on, I'm like, I don't really feel that one too much, but let them speak.
Let them speak.
You person on your show and like, oh no, I don't. No. As long as it's respectful, you know what I mean.
That's it. That's most important thing. Yeah.
If people say, well, oh, this person cussed too much, well, look, pick. If you like just raisins, pick the raisins out the Raisin brand. We all communicate differently, and maybe if you saw or experienced what others went through, you'd be saying some words too. You know what I mean? Let a prick drop on your foot. You'll be so anyway. We're gonna see everybody in a few hours, like 5 hours and 28 minutes. And I'm gonna lay down minutes, but I'm up for the day. I'm gonna, from this time until the show starts, I'll be working behind the scenes on some things.
Okay.
So that's where you keep working. Work the agents, work the information gatherers. I see you all too. You know those who are there. And
did you get enough rest?
Huh? No, not really. But I'm planning certain. I got a nurse, Avaya, wants to come on later on, and I spoke to Ison last night, so we're gonna get him.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I dropped it out the bag, right? And there's a couple of whatever, and we'll see. Sometimes I put it out there and it don't work out for the next few days. It'll take a little longer, but I always keep something dangling in front of me to put out. It's not like, well, what we gonna do today? No. Right. I'm 2 weeks ahead of time.
Right. MW, you gotta come to the Rising Show. We can't be sleeping through my Rising Show, man. Come on.
Yes. But everybody, before we go, show Sister
Denina, yes,
and write your little comments in if you've been watching but not saying anything. You know what I mean? So that's okay, but show the love so she can see it. You understand?
Indeed.
Because she takes the time, whether you believe her or not, or whatever, she takes the time to come on here and explain in detail. You know what I mean? Come on now, you can't get no better than that. I've had people who were actual frauds get past my radar because I didn't know how to look for them, right? So when you know a person is authentic in what they do, you got to show appreciation. You see? So that's what it is. So listen, I'm gonna wrap things down, and we're gonna do our thing in a few hours.
Yes,
I love everybody here, and I know it's a surprise to see me up this morning. I kind of like getting up this early.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? But like I said, very soon this channel will be 24 hours. Ain't that so? Work the agents.
Yeah, no. Just don't work me too hard.
Oh, you ain't no agent. Yeah, so we're gonna do it like that.
All right. And, thank you guys. Love you too, Sunkiss. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right. Yes, we don't do it like that.
All right.
Whoop.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
All right.
Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition? Stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion. Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die. But all of the years that we're living, for us there's nothing but hell, pain, torture, and misgiving. Yet the Bible speaks of a heaven filled with material luxury, which the white man and the preacher has right here, so we see. So my friend, take it for what it's worth. Your heaven and your hell is right here on this earth. So let's check back into history, which rewards all research and tells us plainly that before the white man gained entry to the East, he was living in the caves of Europe, a ravenous beast, eating juniper roots and eating flesh raw, till God sent Moses to civilize him and teach him the law. Then following Marco Polo, an explorer, he gained entry into Asia and Africa. From China, he took silk and gunpowder. From India, he took jute, manganese, and rubber. He raped Africa of her diamonds and her gold. From the Mideast, he took barrels of oil untold, raping, robbing, and murdering everything in his path. The whole black world has tasted of the white man's wrath. So, my friend, it's not hard to tell. A white man's heaven is a black man's hell. Before we came to America, we were living in the East. By the Nile River, we were living in luxury, enjoying freedom, justice, and equality. We wore silken robes, slippers of gold. We were the wealthiest and the wisest people, I'm told. Now we are the poorest of the poor. Nobody wants us at their door. So, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven, black man hell. When the white man came to America, he told the Indian, I am your white brother. He said, red man, I'll treat you the best. Yet and still he pushed the Indian further west with his white woman and fire, water, tricks and lies, he stole America. The original owner of this nation is cooped up on a reservation. So my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven, black man hell. He needed someone to work the land. His back was too weak. He needed you, black man, so he commissioned Sir John Hawkins to commit the world's most grievous sin, to take a man who's born to be free and bring him down to slavery, to sell a man as merchandise, on his body put a price. Oh, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven is a black man hell.